Well, we're obviously on our way home. We stopped. I was trying to do my video and my phone kept crashing for no particular reason. It would just stop recording as if that's enough. Go away. And not work. It was very frustrating. You saw how angry I was.
I don't think it led your story.
I was extremely frustrated with my phone at that point. Now, I have 2 videos coming to you tonight. Obviously, we had a tremendous day at the sale, under budget, and almost got everything we wanted. I've quite a story to tell, actually, about one particular horse, my number 1 pick of the whole sale. It didn't really change anything overall. It was a very weird sale. We got 2 of my, well, no, we got 4 of my top 5 picks of the entire sale. 4.
You're still going way too fast.
I know, I see, but see, this car here is going away from me, and I'm going to get into the middle lane. Yeah, I am, but I mean, realistically, if a police officer was there, he can only pull over one of us. He's going to pull over that guy doing 95 or me doing 84. He's accelerating away from me.
You were doing 92.
That's not true. You have any proof of that?
Yeah, my eyes.
So you have a recording of some sort? So it's going to be for a great video, I can tell you that. But I did want to talk about the horses today. I'm thoroughly pleased top to bottom. We did have some oddities, some horses that didn't race well. Stay Close never makes a break there. I can tell you why he did. Because Ronnie was going to let one, if not both of those horses go. Stay Close isn't used to that. Usually when I make front with Stay Close, they're usually looking for a place at the end. They're not looking for the front end. And I think Stay Close was a little grabby. He did that one other day on me. If you remember way back when I was trying to back him into the 2-hole, and he just got a little grabby and a little out of gear and rolled off. Well, that's kind of what I saw today with him. Ronnie was grabbing a hold of him, trying to let 2 horses go. That's how I saw it anyway. And he made a break. It's nobody's fault. How would Ronnie possibly know that you couldn't do that with that horse? It just happened. I don't think it was lameness. I don't think it was anything other than mechanical. I just think it was circumstance. He was in a place that Stay Close did not like being in, put a step in, and he lost him. It happens. I'll tell you who looked amazing was Drebin. I really didn't know how today would go. Aaron played it safe. He drove the horse perfect. He drove the horse absolutely perfect. Rather than fight with him and try and find a spot for him, Aaron just continued to advance. Left off the gate a little bit. Didn't look left at the 8-hole, which was good. I was hoping he didn't get away 8th. He just kept sailing forward. It took him all the way to the half almost to clear. Well past the 3/8 to clear. Clear to the front, and a going away winner in 54-1. He looked very good. I know that we had talked about making the shoeing changes on him this week. Tim's usually meticulous. I don't know if he did. I assume he did. A little bumpy in the corners, but always is and always will be for the most part. For now, anyway. Gotta remember, Drebin, although you see him race all the time, he's still a baby. He wouldn't have, 15 starts, maybe life. He's still a very, very immature horse and showed a lot of mental maturity today. The horse could have packed it in. Instead, he got the jump on them coming out of the turn and just laid them to rest. Just drove away from them. The horse looked great. I was thoroughly impressed with Drebin today, and I don't think anybody can say they weren't. It was an impressive mile. Really, really happy with him. Marching 4th, I did not really know what to expect. I said to Mike the other day, hey, that horse got the 9-hole. I schooled him off the gate. He seemed okay, but honestly, I don't know how fast he is. He won in 55-4 in Lexington. I think he can probably trot 56 in a piece. That's all any of them in there can go. Great mile. Just got beat for 3rd. And here's a horse that we can race at Northfield. He'll get around a half even better than he gets around the Meadows. I really like where we're sitting with this horse. He looked very, very good today. I hadn't talked to Mike yet. I'll see both him and Aaron and Ronnie and Hunter. I'll see them all at the Meadows tomorrow, and we'll talk about the horses a little bit more. But thoroughly pleased with everybody today. The Stay Close thing, pitch it. It's unfortunate, but it just happened. I'm almost positive I know exactly what happened. As I said, just in the wrong place at the wrong time, I think. When it comes to marching for or Stay Close, thoroughly pleased with the other 2. Now, JK Victory, not super pleased. I really thought that he would be in for a real aggressive drive from Yannick, and the fact that he didn't push forward, that he didn't quarter pull him to the front, leads me to believe that he didn't feel as strong as he usually does. Certainly didn't finish up as strong as he usually does. So I can't really say what went on with JK Victory. I'm not really sure. I think we'll talk a little bit about that with Adam and Ronnie this week. I mean, he's not going to be great forever, but he was pretty consistent last year, and he's got some inconsistent drives this year. It happens in horse racing. But he himself, like, he was in a spot tonight where I can assure you, Yannick Gingras does not drive that horse like that. That's how the horse felt tonight. He didn't get off the car as well as he wanted, or he would have been on the front. He didn't quarter pole him because he didn't think he was good enough to quarter pole. And then he didn't even hang on for a check. So I'm not really sure what to think of JK Victory right now. He certainly looks a little flat to me. We'll see what we're going to do with him moving forward. That's the best I can give you right now. I have no information now. And then I saw one of the toughest performances I've seen in quite a while tonight from Rock Shining Star. I got obliterated. It's certainly not Kane's fault. Kane asked me yesterday, what do you think? I said, Kane's. I won the Open with him 5 starts ago, and he's way down in class. Race him. Well, he raced him. I was a little surprised that Chris took him half in 54-1, but he did. And he was still going to win coming out of the turn, and you know, from insult to injury, to the insult to injury, he parks him, and then he interferes with him halfway down the lane, but he was still going to win the race. So it's, what are you going to do? It's frustrating. He was third place second. Instead, he should have won by 4 lengths, wrapped up in 15 apiece. That's what it looked like to me. Horses don't lay out 3 turns on a 5/8 mile track and keep coming at the wire. That was a hell of a mile from Rock Shining Star. Watch Your Mouth goes in about 25 minutes, so we'll get to see him at some point. I'm optimistic and hopeful about how he'll do. But obviously, the majority of today has been taken up by the babies. I will tell you, obviously, I would have been happier with getting my number 1 pick. It just wasn't attainable. Good story, a little frustrating. You have to tune in to watch that one in a minute. I did want to, as I said, go over the horses and take everything in from today. Just completely pleased with the way things have been going at the track, and hope we can keep it going moving forward into tomorrow. We do have a number of horses that have really, really good shots tomorrow. Then we have Delaware, the start of Little Brown Jug Week. Are you coming down any of the days? Nice too. Well, Sunday.
Back by 2 o'clock.
Yeah, really. What about Sunday? You had said Ollie's got baseball.
And
When's he have football? A football game? Oh, what time's his football game? 11:45. Is that what you said?
I hope not. He's not going to make it for baseball.
Wasn't his baseball 9 to 11? I think it's 11.
It's the two teams playing against each other.
What is? Baseball?
No.
Football? What do you mean? It's 2 teams playing against each other. Oh, it's the same team split up in...
2 Barnaby's teams are playing each other.
Oh, really? What differentiates them?
Well, they split them up at the start of the season.
So it's like the A crew and the B crew.
No, they're both equally good.
Oh, they have 2 full squads?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's cool. Sunday, it sounds like Amy's not going to be able to make it. 2:15 is first post.
Is that the 15th? 1 o'clock.
Yep, 1 o'clock to 3. You're an hour and a half away. It's not even worth it. Gypsy Hill's going to make a start without the hobbles on. Randy asked me today, he goes, how come you chose the Fair instead of the Buckeye? So he's not allowed to race in the Buckeye. We raced in the last Sire Stake. He said, oh, right. So Gypsy Hill, I thought it was a good time to take the hobbles off of him. Remember, he raced his first few starts of his life. First 4 starts of his life, maybe, without hobbles on. And he's been trotting fantastic. We train him without hobbles all the time. And Jason said to me last week, this horse doesn't need hobbles anymore. He said, I've been saying that for 3 weeks. I said, I know he doesn't need hobbles. He goes, well, he's got to race in the Fair. Why don't we take them off? Good idea. I like that idea. So Gypsy Hill's going to race without hobbles on Sunday. Gorgeous package, even money from post 7. A bit of a screw up. We were all pumped. We're going to race her in the Ohio State Fair race. We didn't pay her into it, which makes sense. She was a mongrel when we were training her down.
Who?
gorgeous package. When we had to make those extra payments for the Ohio State Fair race, she was terrible. Do you remember? Yeah. So we didn't enter her in the one in the middle of the summer, the Ohio Breeders' Championship, or whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it. But we didn't enter her in it, so we didn't know. If we entered her in that, we would have known she's not eligible to either. It didn't really change anything. But we were looking forward to racing her in that race, and instead, she's going to race in a fair race, which is fine. She's going to hopefully get some work. There's no gimmies. There's no walkovers. I don't care if she's supposed to be the best. She's got the 7 on a half-mile track. Anything can happen. No gimmies. So hopefully she goes out and races really, really well. Purple People Eater drew the outside also. She needs some points to stay in consolation contention. She trained very, very well this week. I believe the plan is to race her in an open bridle, which would be the first time we ever raced her in an open bridle. Not the best place to do it. It's from the outside. But
At Delaware?
at Delaware, yeah.
With the Ferris wheel and everything?
I don't think she's scared of anything outside of her. I think it's just seeing everything. Like being in the middle of the gate on the inside's one thing. When you're on the outside, there's lots of fresh air to the right. So
She's made a lot more money than I thought.
yeah, and she's been quietly a good filly. So we'll see how she does. And then Irresistible Sun is like 8 to 5 morning line. He's been training good. He feels really, really good. I think you're going to see a really good mile from Irresistible Sun. That is Sunday. Cleveland Masha races at night. And then Sunday, all the cool stuff in Kentucky. Or that is Sunday, I'm sorry. Sunday night. They don't have Gaslight Hall on the calendar yet. Gaslight Hall also races Sunday night. Who else races that day? We have another horse in the final. Urson. Why is he not on there? They must not have the final changes done. Urson and Gaslight Hall.
Okay, it's at 8.
What's at 8?
That is 8.
It's at 8 in the morning? I wouldn't go. 40 minutes away, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday to go watch your kid eat dirt or sit down in the net. Thanks anyway.
8 a.m.
I just wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. Addie said she didn't want to go to 8 either.
Well, I can't.
She doesn't understand time or know what 8 o'clock means,
I
but
just
she didn't want to go.
asked the coach what time it was at.
Yeah, I would just tell him, hey, good luck.
I can't.
0%
I
chance.
made up a line
Honey,
last week.
she barely understands how to play soccer. She certainly does not grasp soccer. I tell you what I grasp is driving 45 minutes to watch her walk around and mope around. 0% chance I'd go. I would not go. I think you're ridiculous for even thinking of it. So Sunday night, we have Gaslight Hall and Arson going for $400,000 in Kentucky. Memento Mori's going to race for $100 on Monday. 10 hole. I know. He's definitely still a contender in that race. Country Dancing's in a maiden. I just want to see how she feels. Memory and Imagination, I'm going to race at 410. I'm gone Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'll be back Tuesday afternoon, late afternoon, early evening.
Okay.
Well, I'm just telling you, I'm in Delaware.
And then you'll be at the Meadows, and then you'll be at Marshfield, and then...
No, they don't race next week at the Meadows. I'm out here all afternoon, all week. And
You'll
Wednesday.
Be at Delaware.
What's that? Oh yeah, they do. Not the Meadows. I'm racing in Delaware. You're right. Memory and Imagination on Monday. Princess Dream races, all gas, no brakes. We get a great lineup here for Monday night. Tenacious Hanover's going to race on a half-mile track at Northfield Park. He is 2 to 1. Those are high odds considering he just raced in the Consolation. He's in an hours or 2. Pickpocket on Tuesday. Westland Warrior Jamboree and Chicago Hall. What's that race for Chicago Hall? It is an overnight. So with that, I'm going to be back in a minute. We're going to run through the entire sale. What took place today? A little story I have for you. What?
The story that you have everyone excited about.
What's a cliffhanger? That's what I'm doing. It's a good story, too.
It's not.
It's a very good story. Very good story.
It's probably just because I heard it 8 times already.
That's probably it. I don't like your sarcasm right now. Can't hide your smile. It's sarcasm. I don't like it. We'll be back in a second. I'll definitely be back in a second.
Stay tuned.
You got a bad attitude today. I'll be back in a second to talk about the buckets, the horses, the babies, what I thought of them, who they were. It will be a great video. I'll be back in a second.